Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. These are the lesser-known news stories of the Ukraine war for Thursday, January 1st, 2026. To start off, I finally got a new microphone, so hopefully I sound a little clearer and a little easier to understand. So let's just get on with the first story. The commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Ukraine, named Alexander Syrsky, he stated on Telegram that an estimated 420,000 Russian occupiers were neutralized by Ukrainian forces in 2025 alone. And he noted that Ukraine's long-range missile strikes, technology, and determination have proven to be effective in weakening Russia's war machine. And then in Kharkiv, a man was arrested for firing shots at a Ukrainian recruitment officer. This was announced by the Kharkiv Oblast Police, their department, and they stated that a 42-year-old man was detained after he allegedly fired shots at the Ukrainian military recruitment officer of the Territorial Training Group, or the Territorial Training and Social Support Center in Kharkiv. And miraculously, the officer did not sustain any bodily injuries, and the only damage was to his military uniform from one of the bullets. And surprisingly, the suspect only faces hooliganism charges and may only be sentenced up to 7 years in prison, which seems pretty light, but that's what the announcement said. Then moving on, a couple of year-ending Telegram posts from Ukraine's Atesh resistance group shows the destruction of more valuable Russian equipment. In Zelezhnodorozhny district of Voronezh in central Russia, I'm sorry for butchering the pronunciation on both of those, the Atesh agents destroyed a diesel locomotive that was being used to transport military cargo to Russian soldiers in the Kupiansk region in Ukraine by train. And then the Novosibirsk region in south-central Siberia, a Russian telecommunications tower near the Tolmachev air base that was being used by the military to relay messages and intercept military and civilian communications in the region was destroyed by fire. And then next we have a video, and I'll show you part of the video, from the Ministry of Defense of Russia. It shows members of Russia's Unermia Youth Army sending New Year's greetings to Russian soldiers who are participating in the ongoing invasion of Ukraine, which is described as a special military operation in the video's description.
Мы обращаемся к вам, воины, в канун Нового года. Пусть ваша служба будет успешной, а удача всегда на вашей стороне.
Годом наши герои. Мы вами гордимся.
От всей души поздравляем вас с наступающим Новым годом. Мы гордимся тем, что вы есть, такие смелые, сильные и решительные, и стремимся быть во всем похожими на вас.
Вы настоящие герои. Мы хотим пожелать вам стойкости, сил и бодрости духа. Спасибо за ваш доблестный солдатский труд. Берегите себя.
С Новым годом!
Свершений в будущем году. Пусть каждый новый день будет наполнен радостями, новыми достижениями и светлыми моментами.
Мы знаем, что этот год был непростым, но также мы знаем, что вы самые сильные, самые смелые, настоящие герои.
Мы очень ждем вас домой. Ждем, когда вы сможете обнять своих родных и близких.
Пусть Новый год принесет вам мир, спокойствие и исполнение самых заветных желаний.
Мы гордимся вами.
С Новым годом, дорогие наши герои!
And the video, I mean, to me, it looks kind of something like you would see out of the Soviet Union or North Korea, but, you know, that's how they send their greetings, I guess, to the Russian soldiers who are invading Ukraine right now. Moving on to the final story, Ukraine rings in the new year with celebrations, and even as the war drags on into its fourth year, Ukrainians across the nation still gathered for New Year's celebrations. And some of these pictures, you can see pictures that from Kyiv. Another one is from Lviv in western Ukraine. And then we have one of a ballerina statue on display in Kharkiv. which surprisingly the city center itself has not sustained a lot of damage. Most of the damage and heavy fighting that you hear of in the Kharkiv region is more in the outskirts of the city, but the city center has actually remained relatively well intact. It has sustained some direct attacks, but it's actually remarkably still well preserved, and hopefully it stays that way. And finally, despite an overnight Russian attack in Odessa, the residents still took part in a daytime New Year's Eve celebration in the city center. So anyway, that is it for today's news briefs. If you like these videos, please be sure to like and subscribe. Happy New Year again. Hopefully this New Year brings peace to Ukraine. And I will catch you all in a future video. Thank you and have a good day. Bye.